Hi, my name's Niall. Welcome to Instructor 101 for outdoor instructors that want to make an even bigger impact on those that they work with. Let's get started. To make sure you get loads of useful resources, videos, tips, tricks, games and more, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content. So let's talk about the word failure.
Failure.
Whenever this is talked about, it's generally seen as a negative thing, which makes a lot of sense. But it isn't always a negative thing. In fact, sometimes it can be a real positive. Failure can be a really useful tool and can be something that we can learn from. It can also be a really good sign of someone that's really challenging and pushing themselves. So let's put this into the context of learning something new. So over the last year or so, I've been learning how to whitewater kayak. I wanted to try and pick this up fairly quickly, and to do that, I knew that I had to be willing to push myself, and as a result, there were going to be quite a lot of mistakes. Which also meant I had to confront my fear of capsizing. So in the last couple of months, I feel like I've made some real progress with it. I've learned how to roll, I'm a lot more confident with that, so in the event that I do capsize, which definitely happens a fair bit, I can deal with it quickly and get over it and get myself sorted, which then means that I can learn from the mistake and then try again and get back into it as soon as I possibly can. That way I'm failing a lot, but I'm also getting lots of attempts, so I'm getting lots of chances to learn from things and then progress. And you know what? When I do fail, it's not a big deal. Like, the people around me, they're not laughing at me or, taking the mick. They're actually encouraging me, they're giving me some feedback, helping me out, and encouraging me to go again, which I'm really inclined to do, and I want to do that. When I'm going rock climbing, so if I'm at an indoor climbing wall, if I see someone falling off things from whatever height, as long as they're safe, I'm thinking, that's awesome. That's really, really cool. They're actually pushing themselves. I admire that and it inspires me. I don't ever think to myself, what a loser. I think that's really cool. Plus, as a result, they're learning a lot faster. They're progressing so much faster than they could be if they weren't really pushing themselves as much. So if failure is a part of progress, then should we be teaching our clients and those that we work with to adopt a mentality where they are willing to fail? Given the right context and situation, then I think there's a really good argument that we should be teaching this, especially within the context of those asking for help or advice in terms of coaching and helping them to progress in a certain sport. Having said that, I wouldn't want people to feel like their overall experience of their time with you or with any instructor is that of complete failure. So think about the overall experience as well. Make sure you highlight the progress that they're making and point out any successes, even that's the really small ones. Make sure you highlight that so there is a sense of progress, because that's really important to people's motivation as well. So if we're doing this with clients, then we should be practicing what we preach and be willing to do this ourselves and adopting that same being prepared to fail mentality. Now by that I mean not putting people in danger, so I'm not saying risking things putting other people in danger. That's not what it's about. What I'm saying is try new things in terms of trying a new venue, trying a new warm-up or different challenges. So those different things which you might not necessarily be really fluid with or autonomous with, but can then try something out. And by trying something out, you will either hopefully have a success or it might not work as well as you'd have hoped. But either way, there is an opportunity there for us to try and learn from that, reflect on it, and why it came out with that result. If we're trying to analyze the results, that way we can try and work out what it was that created that success or why it might not have worked. It might just been the wrong type of client for that sort of thing. Experiment to see what works. If it doesn't work the first time, that doesn't necessarily mean that it won't work the next time. It might just need a little tweak. So what do you think about what I've said about failure? Do you think failure can be a good thing too? And given the right circumstances, are you willing to adopt a mentality where you're willing to fail and potentially learn from it as well? Let me know in the comments below. If this video is useful, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. All you have to do is just hit the Instructor 101 logo just by the side of my head, just to make sure that you don't miss out on any other useful future content. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. Take care.